Remember, we say clarity, focus, ease, and grace. Part of the equation of being financially successful. So now we're going to look at focus. And in order to do so, I'd like you to picture something in your mind's eye as I'm talking about this. Imagine a water pipe, okay? The purpose of which is to conduct water from one place to another. Now, to take this and turn this into a metaphor, let's consider the possibility that you and I are here to become conduits of energy. A conduit is like that water pipe. It brings energy, once again, in a focused way from one place to another. Now, we've spoken about the 6 kinds of energy, but right now let's just look at the energy of money. Let's say that you are a water pipe and you are funneling a lot of the energy of money, all right? But you're pointed in the wrong direction. You're not pointed anywhere where this energy is going to do any good. And let's stretch this metaphor even a little bit more and say that you have a garden of your goals and dreams in life. The sweet goals that you want to accomplish, maybe the book you've always wanted to write, or the garden, real garden you've always wanted to plant, or the business you've always wanted to open, or the invention you've wanted to realize, okay? So your garden of goals and dreams is there, but you, the pipe, you're pointed in the wrong direction. Now, as you're hearing me talk about this, put yourself in the picture. Are there times in life in which I know that I'm not focused toward my goals and dreams? I have them, but somehow I'm not feeding them. I'm not directing energy toward them. And one of the questions I'm going to ask you is it okay with me to turn the pipe around? Now, one other thing about any pipe, any conduit, it develops leaks and sludge. Now, what I'm going to talk about having to do with you and your relationship with money is about leaks and sludge, what gets in the way of you attaining your goals and dreams. So, let's say that you are pointed in the right direction, but you're leaking the energy of money. Now, what does leaking mean? Leaking means spending it without experiencing any value or enjoyment from it. You know how sometimes we're at the checkout stand in a market where this is where all the nice little things are that you can throw into your cart, you know, buy 2 and get the 3rd one free, and they're beautifully colored, and so we throw them in. And, you know, if this isn't true for you, take notes for your cousin, okay? But we throw them in, and then we go home and we open up the bag and we say, what did I buy here? Do you see? I hear some people elbowing each other. They're saying, that's you, dear. Well, you know, that's leaking money. There was a fellow who worked with me. His name was Jim. He said, I am willing to look at my money leaks. He said, you know, I don't know if I want to, but I'm really more interested in being financially successful than in playing around with my money leaks. So one of the things he did was he went through his credit card bill and he asked himself, where am I paying for services I really don't use that much? And he found he was paying $60 a month for a cable service that he really didn't use. You know, now, he said $60 a month times 12 months is $720, and he looked through more of his credit card bills, and he found other things that he was being charged for. Well, at the end, he ended up saving $1,200 a year just looking at his credit card bills. Another woman, her name was Sylvia, she said, Maria, I haven't had a good vacation in 5 years. And of course she said, I have all kinds of excuses about it, but I'm willing to look at where I might be leaking money. And incidentally, as you're hearing me say this, look for yourself. Where might I be leaking money? Am I willing to do what it takes to wake up? So she decided to track every penny she was going to spend for 30 days. So it's the date, the item you bought, how much you spent, cash, check, or credit card, and then finally, the last thing, which was, am I leaking money right now or spending it consciously? In other words, am I getting value or enjoyment from this, or is this money running through my fingers? And she called me after about 2 weeks. She said, you know what? I just discovered I'm spending $7 a day, every day on the way to work or during work, on different things. Cappuccino, croissants, this, that. She said $7 a day is $35 every week, is $140 a month. She said, I'm eating and drinking my vacation away at $7 a pop. So she decided to do something brilliant. And remember, being financially successful is not about being financially austere. Because if you were financially austere, you wouldn't be enjoying yourself. So you wouldn't be using the energy of enjoyment. You see that? These energies all work together. So she bought cappuccino and croissants on Mondays and Thursdays, and she reported to me, I'm starting to enjoy them. Why? Well, it was special. The other 3 days a week, she opened up a vacation savings account and she put that $7 in the account. And the bottom line is, I get a postcard from her, from Hawaii, palm trees, the ocean, her first fully paid for vacation in 6 years. Was she suffering? No, she wasn't suffering. She was enjoying herself. Ask yourself the question, am I willing to wake up? Am I willing to see where I'm leaking energy? Especially in this case, the energy of money, so that I can have what I truly want with clarity, focus, ease, and grace. Now, that's money leaks. Money sludge in our conduit is another factor we need to look at. And as you hear me say this, this is not the sexiest thing to look at when we're talking about money. It's all the money incompletions we have, the incomplete money business. For example, and I ask that you keep breathing as you hear me talk about this, okay? Loans you haven't paid off. Maybe you've borrowed something from your friend and you haven't paid off loans. Do you have a revocable living trust or a will, if that's appropriate for you? Have you balanced your checkbook to the penny? Have you paid off your credit card or credit cards? Do you know your net worth? Now, as you're hearing me talk about this, undoubtedly, it gets heavy, doesn't it? You see the energy? Well, look, it's supposed to get heavy. Why? Because sludge, your money sludge, traps your energy. So that even thinking about it, you see, will cause that, but I tell you what, if you clear away your money sludge, that trapped energy can be used to go for goals and dreams that have real meaning for you. So, one of the questions I have to ask you, having to do with your focus, am I willing to discover my money leaks? Am I willing to discover my money sludge and clear them away so that I can become a conscious conduit of the energy of money? If your answer is yes, we're on the right track. Thanks.